Hi, everyone. Good day to all of you here today. All right. Okay. Wow. I see so many of you here today. That's great. How you guys doing? Okay. Welcome to this very special webinar. Today, we're going to talk about three powerful parser breakthrough methods. Okay. How many of you here are ready right now? I've been told that this audience here are very diverse. We have a different group of people today. Okay, great. Okay, so as usual, let's start this by you actually telling me where are you from. Type in the chat box right now. Yes, that'll be great. Okay, UK, Canada, Singapore, Germany, Sarawak, France. Wow, so fast. Okay, USA, Malaysia. Okay, Mauritius, Penang, Italy, Perth. Okay, that's great. Wow. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for taking your precious time showing up here on today's webinar. And I'm glad to connect with all of you here again. Okay, right. I try to make it a commitment like once a week or probably every fortnight. I'm going to do some webinar. Hopefully, can share with you some of the important things I find out or I discovered along the way in my journey of practicing Chinese metaphysics. And if some of you here you attended my webinar before, I think you know the way I approach this art of Chinese metaphysics in a very practical format, where I'm going to always ask myself this question: how can I use this? How can I make this and improve other people's life? Right? This is the question I'm asking every single time I'm learning Chinese metaphysics. Right? I know that some people they always are, I would say, ask certain very fearful question like, is it bad thing or what will happen to me in the future? Right? So I'm not on that school. All right. Okay. So if you like that kind of reading, like a very fortune telling style reading, unfortunately, I might not be the one you should follow. All right. But if you're someone that see life is full of potential and you believe that the best has yet to come, and you want to actually do whatever it takes to make your life an extraordinary life, and you know that all of us here only live once, right? We want to make our life the best possible way as we can actually achieve. How many of you here with me on this? Type the word me. Yeah, this is how I approach Chinese metaphysics. Okay, so which means that if you use this approach to learn Chinese metaphysics, the more you use it, the more inspired you are, the more courage you have, and the more you're looking forward to life. And again, have some of you actually met some people, the more they learn, the more fearful they are? It seems like everything also cannot do, like in an invisible prison. Right? Yes, right. We have met some people like this. So I think part of my mission here is to help people to see Chinese metaphysics in the right way so we can take action to become better. Does it make sense that after you learn Chinese metaphysics, you should be happier, right? Guys, are you with me with this on this? Right? By right, it should be like this. The more you learn, actually, you should be happier. Yeah, it's not the more worrier you are, right? That one is a totally different so-called direction. So, and once in a while during the session like this, I might correct you in one way or another. Right? Hopefully, throughout several training session, right, that you can see BaZi or Feng Shui or any Chinese metaphysics subjects in a very, I would say, a productive mode here. Okay, so why I can tell this, because me myself going through the stages of learning Chinese metaphysics. And when I started this, a lot of time I look at the chart, I feel very fearful. There are so many things, right? And from there, I pick myself up again, and then I gain a lot of experience along the way. I see how people doing this, how people achieve this, and finally, I go to a stage to understand, right? How to use BaZi or Feng Shui or achievement in the most efficient way. To some of you here, probably this is the first time you're attending my webinar. You might not know, hey, who this Iverson Lee is, right? So I would like to just do a brief introduction here. My name is Iverson Lee. I'm a consultant, speaker, and instructor from Joey Up Consulting Group. So, and what I do on daily basis is I use Chinese metaphysics to help people via consultation session. We're going to do like one-to-one session with my clients. And also whenever I have times, I conduct classes, right? To teach people who are interested to learn Chinese metaphysics, not to predict their life, but more into to improve their life, right? Because I believe that all of us here are work in progress. There are so many things we haven't actually experienced yet. So, and if you know me, I will say, let me share with you a little bit background here. 8 years ago, right? If you met me at 8 years ago, I was a programmer. Okay, so how many of you here was a programmer before, or right now you're a programmer? Your job is a programmer. Type the word me. Okay, so yeah, so because some of you here are writing codes and programming, right? Type the word me if you're a programmer. Let me see whether is there any programmer in the house or not tonight. Okay, okay, I see Jacqueline Lau, I see Wilson Key. All right, nice. Okay, all right. So Sim Clan here. Okay, so yeah, let me show you. This is how I envision myself 8 years ago. This is how I see it. Okay, what is the first feeling, yeah, that you had when you see this photo here? Okay, type in, what is your first feeling you got from seeing this photo? Okay, hiding, introvert, lonely. All right, I see hacker. All right, I like that. Okay, so yeah, so is it this guy happy or sad? Yeah, do your best guess here. Sad, right? The shoulder is slumping and all those things, right? Yes, he looked cold, unapproachable, lonely, sad. Yeah, so I did see myself that way that time because I'm not happy with what I'm doing, right? And do you know, because just now the screen cannot see what I look at, right, in the screen. Let me show you what normally actually programmer looking at all the time. What do you see on the screen right now? Programming codes. Yeah, this is what I do last time, coding, writing scripts. Okay. Yeah. So, and guess who I talk to on every single day when I go to office? The monitor screen. Okay. Yeah, that's what I did. And that time, I'm not saying that programming is a bad job. I respect that it's a reputable profession. Yeah, but for me, I don't like it. I hate it. Yeah, because I'm quite a lazy person, because because that time when I learned programming codes, and if you're in the IT industry, you know that the technology change very fast, right? So which means that even I master the code right now, 1 or 2 years after that, I need to relearn a lot of stuff again, right? I don't like that way because I know that, as I grow older, I don't have the energy to do this anymore. And more importantly, that time I hate my job. Yeah, how many of you really hate your job? Really hate. You despise your job. Type the word me. That time, my favorite day is Friday. My worst day would be Sunday evening because I need to prepare for Monday already. Okay, the most happiest day ever in my life is Friday night. Yeah, that's the reason they call this TGIF, right? Yeah, so that's why I hate it. And that's not the only problem. Yeah, and that time, besides hating my job, I got myself in a huge debt because think about this: when you don't like your job, how do you make yourself happy? Buy stuff, right? Shopping therapy. And I discovered that time I have one great talent. I don't know whether you can learn this or not. This is an inborn talent. Is shopping talent. All right, not everyone have this talent. Fortunately, I actually have this gift of shopping. Okay, to me, I consider this my talent, and my talent. Yeah, let me tell you how great my talent is. I have this ability to spend more than what I earn. Is it a talent? Yes, I can do it efficiently. Yeah, I do it all year long. Okay, and not long after that, guess what? I got myself in a huge pile of debt. Yeah, that is where all the problem begins, right? So the shits hit all the fan and everything, and then just turn upside down. So, and then they'll go to a point that, and the worst part here is also that time I'm not happy, and then I'm broke. Creditor is calling, right? I feel like I'm a failure, right? Deep down bottom. And the time, and then my parents told me, say, hey, your dad are going to retire soon. Okay, then then I also need to find more money to support my family, my parents as well, right? So a lot of all these are pressure coming at the same time. So that time I discovered, something which in fact that's what good to learn today is about BaZi. BaZi is a one system of Chinese metaphysics. That's from there I discover. I asked myself one question, and the first question actually is a useless question because I asked, "Will I become rich or not?" It's a stupid question, right? As if like the this already predestined, right? And I discovered that it's a lousy question. Then after a few months, I asked myself, how can I create more wealth in my life so I can enjoy my life? I hate to be in my situation right now. I cannot tolerate any further. I had it, right? This is it. I cannot tolerate any further. How many of you here right now are at this stage right now? Yeah, that you feel that, you had to make some change already. Okay, great. I see so many of you. Eureka Wong, Amy Lee, Jay. All right, so many of you. Great, great, great. So it's not a nice feeling though during that time. And then that's where I pick up BaZi. Then the part of the BaZi, when I read the BaZi chart, of course, there's so many information there, right? So that time I only focus on one thing. What are the single skill I can do to create better wealth? So that's why I'm asking, because I'm struggling that time. So that time I don't even think about like millionaire or whatever. I just want more money. To actually get things going. By the end of the month, I don't worry to pay the bills and everything. So therefore, I discovered the chart. There are one piece of information I discovered is speaking or teaching. There are two basically. One is a chef. I will go into that part. So let's talk about the teaching part. So my chart, basically, there are two things I can do to not only can create more wealth, but also make me fulfill in what I'm doing. How many of you here, if you know this, will be something very valuable to you? So that time I discover I have two things I can do. One is a chef, and then one is become a speaker. So, and back to the mode, the photos I saw you just now, right? I was a programmer. So for a programmer who doesn't talk to anyone except the monitor screen, and getting myself to actually stand in front of the stage, become a speaker, is an arduous task for me. As if I asked me to climb Mount Everest, right? It's impossible for me, right? So then I look at the chart, I say, hey, are you serious or not, right? I hate it. I don't like to talk, right? So are you sure this is the one? Then fortunately during that time, I met a few people, mentor, guide me along the way. And then because I feel I want to give up along the way because it's too hard. I hate it, right? For a 30-minute speaking session, I feel like forever. That kind of feeling. So, and fortunately that time there are a group of friends and mentor helped me to guide me. So I pulled that through. And after 2 years after that, then finally I discovered, hey, actually I like to do this. So therefore, and today I got these opportunities to share with all of you here today, right? So let me share with you, some of you are new here. This is what I do now. Okay. So from a programmer, so because I hate programming, I'm not saying programming is not good. If you love it, I think it's fine. You be the best programmer ever. So, but for me, I don't like. So this is what I actually do now. Okay. Is it a huge difference or not compared to the this picture here? Is it a huge difference? Okay. Yeah, this is how I use BaZi. Because of certain information I discovered there, and then I able to actually create a breakthrough in my life. Okay, so back then, what I asked is a very simple question, right? Is what is the first step I should move forward? I think although it's a very simple question, but I think it's a very powerful question. Don't you think so? Right? Because a lot of time, the first question people will ask today is what? Iverson, tell me how to become a millionaire or multi-millionaire. Why not we ask what is the first step that can lead us closer to the goal first? Is it more practical that way? So we're still addressing the elephant in the room, but we chunk it down, right? It becomes manageable. So this is the first step that I took. And also, I would like to thank the universe as well because of these opportunities, and also to my nobleman, Datuk Joviap. So I have the privilege to speak to a lot of event, different companies. Yeah, this is the banks, companies, developers that have the privilege to speak to their clients. Okay, so this is what I do. And I think first of all, I think you might thinking, right? Hey, I would say, are you feeling happier right now doing what you're doing right now compared to a programmer? I would say, of course, 100%. Anything other than programming already made me happier. At the time, you can imagine how I hate programming. I even actually swear, right? So that I never ever touch programming again. Right? So, yeah, that time that's how I feel. Okay, so this is what I do. So I'll consider this part when I look back, right? What actually created this? Because it's always easy for me to connecting the dot looking backward, right, instead of forward. That time I don't know what is looking forward. So now I'm looking back, I try to form or try to observe, is there any pattern or what I did? So if I know the specific step that I did to create the results that I want right now, don't you think I can share this to more people as well? Make sense? Right? Because that time I don't know, I just look at the chart, I do this, then I then second step, the third step. But now looking back, I see, hey, actually I follow that is a sequence or a steps that I follow to create certain results. If I can make it like a cooking recipe, I can make it in a way, then don't you think I can help more people? Yeah, so this is the reason I continue to do what I'm doing right now. And because a lot of people ask me, hey, Iverson, yeah, how do you get yourself motivated? How many of you here actually have this question? Right? So how many of you here want to motivate yourself? You find it hard because every time you want to do something, suddenly, oh, Netflix, there's a new series or NBA finals. Whatever. Okay, so for me, I cannot speak for everyone else, but for me, I always tell people the reason I don't actually consciously motivate myself is because I don't have a off and on button. Unfortunately, I only have one. I only on all the time. Yeah, that is me. So if you actually can visualize yourself, you don't have an on and off button. Therefore, you don't even need to motivate yourself because you're always on. Don't you think it'd be better that way? Right? This will happen when you're able to find something that align to your chart. How many of you want this? You don't have a switch off button. So no switch off button means what? Means you enjoy what you're doing. It's who you are. Right? It's like you don't even need to motivate yourself to brush your teeth every single morning, right? Do you need to? Guys, every morning when you wake up, you need to browse Instagram motivational quote to motivate yourself to brush your teeth? Of course, no, right? Why? It's effortless. Why is effortless in the first place? Because it's who you are, right? It become you. So that's why, yeah, don't you think we want to achieve this stage here when a lot of people thinking about how do I motivate myself to do things, right? You are that person. It's become natural to you. Okay, so therefore, this is how I discovered from my barter chart, right? So here, and this, therefore, I actually compile all these breakthrough secrets into my journal. I have a journal, right? So all this barter method, right? Oh, this one working for me. I compile in a journal, and guess what? The name I actually I named my journal as I journal. You know what is I journal? Just an I because it's Iverson, right? So yeah, iPhone is cool. So I use the I journal. So I have my journal to record all of these findings, research that work not only for me and for my client as well. So therefore, the reason I do that, so those people that didn't even know Chinese metaphysics can benefit from this as well. How about that? Right. So let me show you photos here. This last time, this is something like I do, right? So this is just a metaphor, just an image here. So it's a I journal. I think here I record everything, but of course I'm no longer record in a book, a notebook. I record on my iPad right now, right? Because that's nowadays it's easier to put in an iPad. So I have a lot of stuff inside. So I call this an I journal. This I journal is a collection of all the breakthrough methods, and I'm going to share some of it with all of you here today. How about that? Okay, so it's always part of my mission to help those people that don't have knowledge in Chinese metaphysics to use Chinese metaphysics, right? A lot of time people keep thinking I need to be a master to use Chinese metaphysics. It's like you need to be a mechanic in order to drive a car. No need, right? You just need to learn how to drive a car. You don't even need to know what is happening inside the engine. So, and that's what I like to do because I like to actually talk to beginner actually, right? Because their mind, they are not, I would say, They don't have a preconceived notion what astrology is, so they're open-minded, they can use it. And I want all of you here to actually tell yourself this. I don't need to become a Chinese metaphysics master in order to use it. Yeah, you don't need. Yeah, let me tell you from my experience doing this, you don't need. Why you want to become a master if you want to be a teacher? Okay, I think that's the only reason you want to become a master. Then you need to learn all the history, all the memorize all the formula, okay, and all these things here. So, but if you are just want to improve your life, you want to make your life better in every way, then you just need to be a user. You don't need to be a teacher. Okay, how many of you here want to be a user of Chinese metaphysics? You want to use on it. Okay, you don't, because learning take too long for you, like 10 years, right? It's too complicated to some of you here because you're busy, you have your own life, you have family to take care, right? You have a day job. So probably you just want to use it. Okay, so many of you here are user. Okay, great. So if that is what you want, then today's session will be the right session for you. So, and how do we do this here is, let me share with you what kind of system that I use to create breakthrough, not only for myself and for others as well. So the breakthrough on myself is not something that like a lot of people say huge success. For me, it's not a huge success because I'm just making my life better. Right? I say a lot of people think, oh, Iverson, what do you do that create a huge success? I don't see myself create huge success, but I only see one thing. I was very different before and after, or at my own league. All right. So on my own standard, I become better. So, and I would like to help you. But if your standard already this high, let's say, right, then you're using Chinese metaphysics, you can come to this level, right? Okay. So for me, maybe I'm here. That time, remember, I full of debt. Then I, compared to myself when I'm starting, I become better. So this is what, right? So of course, nothing, maybe to you, this is just like, okay, come on, it's just a normal achievement to you, right? But for me, I feel great because for me, it's a huge difference. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you here is different people have different definition. Because that time I'm struggling financially, right? So that time I only tell myself I want to achieve few things here. I want to be able to clear off my debt. That's one thing. So I also want to have money that I don't need to worry about losing a job anymore, right? I want to get a house. I want to get my dream car. That's it. Yeah, my goal is it very simple. Yeah, some friend actually asking me, hey, I was saying, why your goal you set so low? Yeah, I don't know. That's just me, right? So for me, I want to enjoy life. I don't want to work every single day, the kind of thing. So I just want some houses I can collect rent, a dream car, and then some money I don't need to actually worry for the rest of my life. Then that's it. That's all I need. But some of you may be different, right? You want more. You want to become a billionaire, right? So because your standard could be very high from the start, you can actually achieve more. Guys, make sense here? All right. Okay. So now, once you know this, let me share with you the system that I use, right? The system that I use to help myself and my clients. So I will call this the breakthrough system. Let me show you first. Okay, this is a breakthrough system that I'm using. And the system here is the Chinese metaphysics. Some of you probably already know this. Let me show you this. These are the 4 systems that I use to create breakthrough in my life and for my clients as well. So some of you heard about BaZi. Some of you heard about Qimeng, Feng Shui, and Yi Jing. Okay, all right. So now, how many of you here are BaZi students? You learned some BaZi before. Type the word me. Nice. Okay. So if the reason, because each of these systems, there must be a reason to be there, right? It's not for the sake of learning for fun. There must be a purpose in service of what, right? So if you learn BaZi, I assume that because you want to know this, awareness, right? If you want to know more about yourself, like that time, I want to know what are the strengths that I can practice and use to create more wealth and feel happier. So that is from BaZi. So BaZi is more about awareness. Do you want to know what makes you happy? It's important, right? A lot of time, maybe it's not money, maybe you mistaken is money is the one give you happiness, that only after you discover maybe it's just about relationship. You just need someone that you love and enjoy life together, right? But you wasted like 20 years trying to accumulate money, only you know that part. But the moment you realize that is too late, right? Maybe the opportunities is already gone. So BaZi talking about awareness. So since we're talking about awareness, what is the benefit having awareness in life? Yeah, guys, what do you think? What is the benefit by having more awareness about you as a person in life? Happiness? Okay, great. Nice. So for me, awareness, actually, the true benefit for me is able to help me to save time. Right? It saved me a lot of time. Time is money, right? So instead of actually going through the next 20 years to discover what I'm good at doing or what make me happy, I already know from the start. So all I need to do just to pursue that direction religiously. That's it. Make sense? And once you're able to save time, don't you think time costs a lot? Right? So every hour, every day, every month, every year can save those time you can use on someone else or for your family and everything. So many things you can use for it, right? So I always believe that awareness helped me to save time. How many of you here agree with this? Yeah, let's be practical here. Right, save you a lot of time, right? You know what is your talent, yeah, what is your great at doing. Great. Okay, so that's the reason I learned BaZi during that time. I want to know that time is what can I do, because I hate programming, right? So but now you know the direction. Don't you think you also want to know the strategy to get there? At that time, okay, I know this is the direction. I want to be a speaker, I want to be a consultant, but it doesn't mean you want to. The world will just give you the platform. You need strategy, right? So you need to meet the right people. You need to attract the right, I would say, platform for you to actually do your thing. So therefore, after you aware, don't you think you need some form of strategy? Yeah, to get what you want, no matter what, right? Not just about your work, right? So maybe about relationship, about romance, or maybe you want to get promoted. So many things, right, require strategy. So therefore, another system I think is very important is Chiman. So Chiman, I would see this is about strategy. Yeah, it's about know-how, because Chiman originally is used to win battles, right? So this is 2,000 years ago. So this system is about winning. How many of you here like to win this year? Something you want to win, you want to be champion, then Chiman is the one, right? But you don't, but the thing here, if you don't know yourself, you don't know what to do, right? So therefore, BaZi and Chiman are closely interrelated. So I would say BaZi is more internal victory. You win over yourself, and then by understanding yourself. But Chiman more on outward, external. When you need to actually deal with people, then this is the one that we talk about Chiman. Okay, you want to win something. There's a competition. So now the feng shui is about luck. I know that a lot of people say hard work is everything, right? Yes, I agree. Hard work is very important. You need to hustle, because only if you do, only when you go into the hard work mode, then only you become what? You're able to work smarter, right? You cannot directly go to work as smarter first. You need to know, go through that, you get the use of the thing you're doing, then you figure out a better way of doing things, right? So you work smarter and smarter, but that is still require effort. How about if you actually combine hard work and luck? Don't you think you'll be more powerful? You do the thing at the right time, and you happen to meet the right people to help you. Is it powerful or not? Yes, it is. So therefore, if you need some boost of luck, then therefore feng shui will be the right system you want to use. Okay, all right. Then finally, why I also use Yi Jing, right? You might think, right, okay, now you have awareness, you have strategy, and then you also are able to increase your luck. Why you need the fourth part here, Yi Jing? Because Yi Jing talks about wisdom. How many of you here learned Yi Jing before? Yi Jing students, start the word me. Okay, all right. This is the only four system I use. So, and yeah, some of you say daily down, nice. Okay, so Yi Jing is like this. Why I use Yi Jing? Because I always believe that there is a bigger power out there, right? That we cannot comprehend fully, right? That it could be a certain lesson or certain reason they are there, right? How many of you here believe there's a bigger power at play? Yeah, there's a divine energy, and it will be beyond our comprehension of our limited intelligence. There are a lot of things we didn't know, but we know is that universal intelligence. So therefore, I would say that Yijing is a system that help to actually help us to cultivate humility. I think this is important, right? Yeah, a lot of time people think, right, the moment they achieve something, they feel, they have this ego, right, this altered ego, and then they feel that they are they try to actually demonize people because they think they're so great. They bully people, they take advantage of people because they already reached to a certain status. They become cocky, right? They become very proud of themselves. So how many of you here met this kind of people before? They feel everyone else is below them. They feel that they are way more superior than other people. Okay, yeah, we met a lot of people like this, right? So therefore, don't you think these people need some dose of humility? Why I'm saying so? Because someone told me before this. I think it's very true. I want to share with all of you here. He said that no matter what you have right now, maybe a house, cash, great family, or businesses, reputation, all of them can be gone within 1 second. Agree or not? Is it possible? Everything? Yes. It could be an accident. One simple accident can just take away everything from you. So therefore I discovered that, right? So we are not that powerful as we think, right? When we have a healthy dose of humility, we're willing to learn more. Agree? Right? We feel that we need to actually, we don't know everything yet. So we always be grateful, but we continue to learn more and more things in life, right? So therefore, don't you think Yijing is important? Some sort of like, give us a balanced perspective, how we should lead our life. Otherwise, our ego will go unchecked. We think we are so powerful. Actually, we are not. So these are the part that I use Yijing a lot. They give me a lot of perspective about life. What is important? What is not? And whenever you encounter issues, right, how do you see it? Right? So it sort of like give you the way. A lot of time, whenever we have problems, not necessarily need to take action to solve those problems. Sometimes we just need to change our perspective, then the problem disappear. How many of you agree with this? Right? Sometimes it's about perception problem, right? The way we see things different actually is not a problem. For example, like you're not able to let go. Yeah, that one is a perspective change. So therefore, Yijing is the part I include in this 4 breakthrough system. Yeah, now you know the reason, right? Because in Chinese metaphysics, there are so many systems out there. They have much more, right? But I don't want to learn everything. I like I know everything, but master at none. I don't want to do that, right? So I don't want to be the jack of all trades. Instead of going wide, I want to go deep into each subject. Only these 4 subjects, right? Because there's much more subjects. If you talk about Chinese metaphysics, there are much more systems. Yeah, I think I better reserve those time to enjoy my life and go deep into these 4 subjects that I picked or I selected throughout my journey. Don't you think life would be much more better that way, guys? Because you have so many things else you want to do in life, right? It could be bungee jumping. Yeah, you want to go to watch the Northern Light, right? So many exciting things to do. Okay, this is how I approach Chinese metaphysics. I'm not saying that this is the only way you should do it. I've shared with you this how I approach it. So I try to strike a balance between this thing here. So today, among the 4 systems here, I would like to pick BaZi first to start, because the key to changing anything in life start with who? Yourself. Right? Until your thinking is changed, nothing else is changing. Right? So you can force yourself to do something, but it's not sustainable. That's why sometimes when you go for a motivation seminar, you feel so pumped up for like 2 weeks, and then what happened after that? You revert back to your old self again, right? And you try to figure out why this thing happening is because of very simple thing. Internally, you still think the same, right? That's a nature within you, right? So therefore, we want to understand that part, right? Who are you really? What are you made of, right? So, and this is the part we want to deep dive into BaZi. Are you guys ready? So if you're ready, take out your BaZi chart here. If you're new, let me show you the link. This is the link here. You can get your BaZi chart plotted in your smartphone. Could be on your, it's free. Yeah, it's web-based. You can use your laptop or smartphone or whatever device. You can get it done. Okay, so I think the coach also posted the link in the chat box as well. Get the chart ready. Okay, so now today I'm going to teach you how do you actually use BaZi to actually use it as a breakthrough system. Of course, there'll be Qimeng, there'll be Feng Shui, there'll be I Ching, but today let's stick with BaZi. I think the first step. That is how I started anyway. So now, when I talk about how do you use BaZi for breakthrough, there's one secret I want all of you here to know. You might need to write this down. Okay. So in order to create breakthrough using BaZi, it's not about how much you understand the subject or how long you study the subjects. Okay, it's not about that. It's not about how much you understand about BaZi, and it's not about how long you study. I don't care. Even you tell me, Iverson, I studied for the last 20 years. I don't care. Because what you just proven to me is just that you have a good memory. That's it. Right? If your whole purpose is to want to improve your memory, by all means do that. Okay, right? You remember all the formulas, you study all the classics. So to me, you are what? Guys, type it down. You have good memory. You have a great memory. You have a memory of an elephant. That's it. Okay, yeah, but breakthrough is not happening yet, not even in the horizon. So what is actually do the trick here is about this, right? You might need to write this down here. It's about how you use it. Yeah, it's about how you use the BaZi chart. It's not about understanding the chart. Okay, guys, are you clear? If you're clear, type the word yes here. Okay, now I'm going to teach you, because breakthrough is about how, right? Have you met someone like they learned 20, 30 years, they're still the same? Now you know why. It's about the how. So now I'm going to tell you the how. So there are two things. When you look at your BaZi, you must know first. Otherwise, it's just an educational or entertaining session for you only. All right. So let me show you this other one. The first one here is the ability to identify key information. So this is very important. Why? Because in your BaZi chart, which I'm going to show you later on, not all information is important. Some of them are not important at all. You can ignore it. Do you know that? Yeah, yet, what do normally everyone do when they read the BaZi chart? They look everything, DE, or small element. What does it mean? What does it mean? What does this mean? What is the left corner? There's one element there. What does that mean? How many of you have been guilty on this? After you look through everything, the only thing you see is what? A lot of stars. You don't know what's happening. Then you tell everyone, okay, BaZi is so hard, it's so confusing, then I'm giving up. Right? And then another group say, I fall in love with all this information. Let me take 1 year to learn, remember this. After 20 years, what happened? Yeah, maybe a lot of spider webs. Okay. Yeah, nothing happened yet. Okay, so now, why? The only reason here is because you must know what information is important. Yeah, this is the ability and require courage. Right? If you're someone lack of courage, you fear of missing out, you might think, okay, if I don't read at this, I may missing out on something. Yeah, so therefore, the ability to identify right information also requires some courage, because you're willing to focus on one thing and let go of the rest. That's how success are created. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's about focus. So now, this is the first one. Are you guys clear? Let me show the second one. There are two key here. The second one how do you make use of BaZi to create breakthrough for you is this: small, consistent action toward the right direction. Okay, so like last time, once I actually discovered this piece of information about teaching, so what do I do? Is my life changed overnight? No. Right? So what do? I take a small step, right? Every day. The keyword here is consistent action. Step number one, you identify the right information. And then step number two is what? Consistent action, small consistent action. Even no one pay notice, do it, because you know it's already in the right direction. How you know? Because the BaZi chart say there's a right direction. So that's how I did it. Right? Along the way, do I make mistake? Do I encounter problem? Yes. Yeah, but I still continue to do it. Small improvement every day. And after 2 years, then you see breakthrough. That's how breakthrough is created, by the way. It's not like one intergalactical event just happened, suddenly life will change. No. Therefore, breakthrough is about who you become. Because when you become a different person, even you lost everything, you have the ability to make it back. Make sense? Right? If you take out let's say you take away all the things this millionaire assets, everything, you take it away from this person, and this guy is a millionaire, I would say you put him anywhere in the world, within 5 years, he will able to make back the fortune back. Yeah, it's not about the asset, it's about the person. So why you want a small consistent thing is to train you to become a different person. Okay, make sense? Yeah, what I just told you just now, the 2-step here, is how to use BaZi to create breakthrough. How many of you here find value on this? Yeah, this part here. Yeah, this is the first time I'm sharing with you. I haven't told this before to anyone. Okay, nice. Now you know. Now I want to get your mindset in the right way first, right? Now we can deep dive into detail here. So today I'm going to share with you 3 methods you can look from your BaZi so you can make use of it. So let me show the first one first. The first method here is this. Precision. Okay, this is very important, right? You need to be precise. So like someone say, okay, I want to make money, right? That one is not precise, right? Precision means that you want to look at BaZi, because BaZi a lot of information there, right? How do you make use of it is because you the reason you feel confused because you are not precise in the way you look at the BaZi. So let me ask all of you here first. Which are the area in your life right now that you are not happy with and you want to change it? Not a year from now, you want to change it today, this second. I mean, right now. What are the things? It could be related to money. It could be health. It could be love life. Okay, type in that. Now I try to lead you into precision. Yeah, this is very important, right? Otherwise, look at the BaZi chart is so many things, you might get confused. Okay, now, okay, there you go. I see career, do it. Okay, I like that. Okay, business, health, work life. All right, great. What you're doing now, you already go to the second level. You're more precise right now. Okay, once you know what area that you want to change today, not a year after today. So it's like this. Then now you can look at your BaZi chart. So take out your BaZi chart. Take out your BaZi chart right now, and then let me show you the BaZi chart. Okay, do you see this part in your BaZi chart? I just actually make this easier for everyone to see. So this is the main part of the BaZi chart, right? So it's the what we call the natal chart. So this natal chart actually contains a lot of information and will become useless to you unless you know what you want to do with it. So therefore, just now you already typed in the chat box, right? Already clear on what you want. So now, the BaZi chart now you see on top here indicate there are 4 pillars here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So each of the pillar govern different aspect in your life. So based on what you type in the chat box just now you know where your problem resides. Which part of it? Okay, is it on the network part or achievement? Achievement means your career, business, about money, or relationship. Relationship maybe your intimate one, and also your relationship with yourself. Don't you think you also have a relationship with yourself as well? Yes. What is what we call relationship with yourself? Are you your own worst enemy or not? Yeah, that also important, right? Yeah, that one is about your health. If you're constantly having like a lot of negative thoughts, right? Your relationship with yourself not good. So do your relationship with your own body. Right now, you're a lot of stress. So therefore, relationship also govern the health aspect as well. Because this not only to others, also relationship to yourself. Okay, guys, clear? So, and then the another one here is relationship with, this one is about investment. So now, is it clear or not? So if you're talking about money, you're talking about achievement in life, you want to get promoted, you want to create a big business, tell me, which pillar you should look for? Achievement. Achievement in BaZi is a 1 pillar. All right, if you say, I want to be popular, I want to gain more followers, then I want to be the key opinion leader, I want to have 1 million or 10 million followers, which pillar you should look for? Investment, relationship, achievement, or network? Network, right? So network is under what pillar? Year. Okay, let me just right, easier. So the year, this one represent what? Network. So therefore, the year pillar represents the network. So now you know where to look for information. It becomes precise now. So do you care about the rest of the pillar? Don't care. Isn't it make your reading easier right now? Even you don't know what is inside yet, at least you're already able to remove 3 of the pillars. Okay. All right. So let's say now you're concerned about your health, right? Or maybe mental health, or maybe physical health. Doesn't matter. Tell me which pillar you should look for. Let's do some exercise here. Yes. Okay. The day. Great. Okay. So the day pillar, the relationship. Nice. Okay. So you're talking about money, achievement, starting your own business. There you go. This is the one. But you say, okay, I already make the money. I want to know where to invest, where to look for. Investment pillar. Okay. Because some of you here already got money, Some of you that your only problem is you don't know how to spend your money. How many of you have this problem right now? Your problem is you have too much money, but you don't know where to put your money. Because the stock market right now is a bit haywire. You scratch your head already. Is it a good problem to have? Too much cash? Do you want this problem or not? I think everyone wants that problem, right? Your problem is too much cash. Can you imagine that? Let's say go to a psychologist, right? And then you tell the psychologist that you're depressed, and then the person asks you, hey, what are you depressing about? And then you say, oh, because I have too much money. Do you think that person will slap you? Yeah, you tell the psychologist that, I cannot sleep at night because I'm too stressful, I have too much money. Good problem to have, right? So therefore, that one, yeah, sure, we got slapped one, this one, right? So, and then, so therefore, what they need to do here, then ask them, stop saying psychologist, you don't have problem. Okay, everyone want to have your problem. It's a great problem to have. So therefore, you channel them. Why not I help you to look at your party chart better, right? So where do you look for? Our pillar. Because our pillar represent what just now? Investment. Now you understand or not? Yeah, now we're slowly getting that. Okay, are you guys clear so far? I need all of you here to understand, because some of you are beginner, right? So, and then you discover that actually learning puzzle is not that hard. You have to creating breakthrough. Okay, cool. So now, if you look at breakthrough, I discovered that 90% of the thing that people want to achieve, like what you type on the chat box just now, can be actually solved by money. Or at least it make it easier, or put yourself in the best position to solve the problem. How many of you agree with this? I would say 90%. If you're talking about health, right, you have more money, you can access to the best doctor in the world, right? Yeah, if you want your children to have a better destiny, you can send them to a better school. So I would say, I always like this word. I know that money cannot buy everything, but lack of money can buy you a lot of problems. Agree with this or not? Right? It'll buy you a lot of problems if you lack of money. So I would say money gives you the best position to solve a problem. So now, this leads us to creating breakthrough, right? So because creating breakthrough also, there's a price tag, need money. So this leads us to the next question here, right? The next question here is how to make more money, right? Like, I know that nowadays, right, everything is in the turbulent stage. How to make more money? There are only two ways that actually can solve the problem to create more wealth. What is that? Either you start your own business, or you actually invest the money, right? So because you know that by working for others, I would say 95% of the people cannot actually reach to a mark that where they can retire comfortably. All right, there are only a minority of them if they're CEO level, right? But most of us here is very hard. So this lead us to only two choices. Either you start your own thing. Own thing means it could be a side gigs or whatever, and then from all the proceeds that you make the money, you can invest on it, right? So very simple. There are only two choices here. So when we look at puzzle in terms of precision, so there are these two things here. Okay, so now I highlighted here. Remember just now we talked about the month represent achievement. So this one here represent your net worth. So when you start your own business, you try to increase your net worth. So where do you look for this information? you look for this box. Okay. All right. So let's say Iverson, now I have money already. Then I have network be strong. Then what I should do? Then you should channel your money into investment, right? Then which palace you should look for? You look for the hour. Okay. This box here is about business because there are two ways to make money, right? To reach financial freedom. And then another way here is investment. So now I'm just telling you where to look for this information. Of course, right now you didn't know what to look for inside yet. It's fine. But you know the location first. Are you guys clear so far? Okay, because all of you have different stage, right? Some of you are already ready to invest. Some of you want to create more money first. So therefore, I want to teach you how to use this information to take action, right? So let's start with this part, the network, your net worth first, to build your net worth. Okay, so now there are so many information there. I'm going to give you, see, what can I give you here? Okay, all right. So I want to do one thing here. In this, I want you to take out your bar chart right now. I want you to zoom in into this box because we are talking about business. Let me just clear the screen first. Okay, so now we're talking about this box, right? So I want to look at this one, the center element here. The center element here, there is a element, right? So here say earth element, and then before the earth element, there is a plus or minus sign. Do you see it there in your chart as well? For this case here is a minus. So minus means yin. There's either yin or yang. Maybe I show you a sample bar chart because that one I cannot zoom in. Let me try to use my iPad. Give me a sec here. Okay, all right, there you go. So let's say a sample chart. Remember just now, where's the net worth? The net worth is, this is the one that we're looking at, all right? So this is a sample chart. We look at the net worth is where? In this box. And I want to look at the center here. So for this person, it's an earth element, right? So this earth element, there are only two possibilities. Either is a yang or yin, basically positive or negative. So for this person here is what? Negative for this sample here. Okay, all right. So yeah, you have three, but I just want you to look at the center one. Okay, let's do another one here. So now, first of all, look at your net worth box here, and then look at the center element. Tell me, this is positive or negative? Practice. It's a positive, right? Yes, correct. Why? Because it's a sign here. Now, the next question here is, shall I look at this or this? No, ignore for now. Why? Because you want to be precise. If you use all the three means it's not precise anymore. We need to be surgical here in analysis. All right? Clear? When you're precise, no confusion. How many of you agree with this? Right? If you, oh, this also can, that one also can, then better don't look, right? Everything also can. No, we need to decide for once and for all, center, non-negotiable, cannot appeal. All right? Okay. All right. So if you have one also fine, you still at the center. Okay. So let's do another one. Come in. Let's do another one here. Okay. So now this one also got three. Do I care about this? No, I don't care. I just look at the center. Okay, positive. So it's positive, yang. Okay, guys, clear? All right, let's do one more here. All right, okay, look at this. Net worth box, and then negative, yin. Okay, clear? So for this exercise right now, all you need to know is either is positive or negative, that's it. I don't even care about whether you're wood or fire or those things, right? Let's do step by step here. Are you guys okay? Clear? Before we continue. Okay, cool. All right. So now, so the first information can derive from here is like this, because a lot of time people ask, right? Okay, I want to start my own business, right? So can you give me some guideline? Yeah, what type of business I can look into? So, and if you are positive, or just now, if the sign is positive in your net worth, so your business a lot got to do with products. Yeah, it could be selling a tangible product people can see, people can hold. It could be foods, right? It could be commodities, it could be coffee, right? Or computer or car even, right? So that one is positive, something you can hold, tangible products if you are yang. So if you are yin, you're much better off when you're able to do something related to what? Service related. Okay, service is what? Consultancy, teaching. There's no real product, right? You're transferring knowledge. That one is the one. Okay, yeah. Adam Mock say intellectual license. Yes, it could be. Okay, intellectual property. If you're lawyer, right? So are you selling product or services? Services more. Your brain, your strategy. If you're a digital marketing company, you're also selling services. You manage services, right? If you're a deal maker, you also sell your service. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. So this is the first piece of information. Of course, there's so many things inside. But I give you a clue here if you don't know what to do in your business. This is sort of like give you some direction here. Okay. Yeah. So do you like this piece of information? Very precise, very clear. Right. There are much more. Right. But we always need to start on this one first. Very clear information. Nice. Okay. Cool. So now, let's say investment. Which pillar we should look for? We look for the hour pillar, right? The hour pillar, right? So let me show you the hour pillar again. Let me show you a chart that have hour pillar. Okay, all right. So let me just share the screen. Okay, there you go. So let's say this is a sample chart again. So if this chart here, this is the hour pillar, right? This is the hour pillar. So why hour pillar represent investment? Some of you are asking, right? Because in barter chart, the year pillar represent your young. Okay, the year pillar, while you're young, when you're just born, you're here. The month pillar represent young adult stage, and the day represent middle age, and then hour represent what? Old age. This is how we read barter. Okay, so think about this. In the old age, your energy a lot, or you're weaker, right? Because you're already don't have much energy. So just now, how about the month? The month represent young adult, right? You're just adult, right? So that time, therefore the month represent business, represent career, because I have energy to fight for it. But if you are already reached the stage of the golden age, so your energy will be weaker, right? So does it make sense you still need to spend a lot of energy to work? No, even you want to, I don't think you can. Correct or not? Right. So therefore, the hour pillar represent old age. Therefore, it's also represent during that time, whether you have enough money to actually enjoy life or not. Therefore, this pillar also represent your investment. It's no longer work anymore. Make sense? Now I'm telling you the technical part. Okay, at old age. All right. So once you actually understand the philosophy behind this, what you would like to see in old age? Tell me. There's so many elements inside, because this pillar represent investment. Also, what you would like to see inside? There are so many elements. Do you want to see wealth element there or not? Does it make sense? Do you want to see element inside the hour pillar? Okay, so logically maybe it's yes, but wealth element represent hard work. So we want to see lazy star there, where they can enjoy life. Whenever someone can enjoy life means what? They'll have money, right? Make sense? So enjoyment star, there are two star. So they have IR or DR. Indirect resource or direct resource. So we would like to see this element in the investment palace, because investment palace also the old age palace. So we want to have this relaxation star there. So for this person here, okay, does this person have IR here? Okay, all right. So now check your chart. Do you have IR or DR or not? So where you can check? You can check the top, or you can check at the bottom. All right, only these two places. I know some of you asked, right? Iverson, can I look at the bottom here or not? No. Okay. No cheating. Only here. So the only place you allow to look is here or here. The blue color circle. Got this? Yeah, this is your old age, you know, you need to read carefully. Yeah, better double check. Okay, so now what does it mean, right? So we like to have this because if you like this, which means that the chances of you able to enjoy your life at your old age is higher. Okay, all right. So how many of you have that? Have the word me. You can celebrate. I say chances only. I'm not saying it's already predestined. It's not, right? But the chance is higher. Because you know why? Because if you have it, this kind of people that somehow they're able to have this investing mindset. Yeah, so they will see the importance of investing, you know, so they can, so those money or the investment can take care of themselves, yeah, during their old age. And nowadays, can you rely on your children to support you or not when you are old? Honestly, no. You should be feel grateful if they can take care of themselves, right? Let alone taking care of you. Most of them, they cannot do that anymore, right? So I would say, therefore, last time people say the our pillar represent children, right? But because they are investment. No, nowadays, your only hope as a parent is what? As long they're able to take care of themselves, they don't do drugs, right? They have a proper profession, then it's considered good already for you. Agree? Right? You don't until at least you don't need to worry about their livelihood is considered great life. Yeah, if they're able to take care of you, is a bonus. Yeah, it's as if like you're hitting a lottery. Okay, so therefore I wouldn't pay much attention to ours as children for investment. Yeah, you better do something there. So now, if you don't have the IR or DR there, tell me what can you do right now? Remember, BaZi is about taking action, right? What kind of breakthrough method you should use, deploy right now? What you should do? Yes, Lily Tay say plan ahead, learn how to do what? Investment. Yes, right. So if you say you don't know how to do money yet, invest on yourself first, right? Learn a skill. Only you have a skill can make more money, right? So yes, learn to start this. Is this information useful? Right? We can zoom into your future one, you know, right? So you don't need to feel regret. Or after 20 years only you know about this. Now you know it's better. Yeah, don't feel bad about it. Yeah, it's awareness. BaZi is about awareness, right? Now you know, you're aware of this, you can take action differently. So for those don't have, and if you're worried, so after today's session, go and learn something about investment. It could be real estate property or NFTs or crypto, whatever. Learn something that you like. Okay, so you might not have the money to invest yet, it's fine. Learn it and then invest little like that. All right, so that's the whole reason. I would say the whole reason of doing this is not an entertainment session here. I'm not going to do like make you happy or you feel good and then nothing happen in your life. Because you spend 2 hours talking to listening to me, I also spend my 2 hours of my life talking to you. Better make it worthwhile. Make sense? Right? Promise yourself. Yeah, do something about it. Yeah, no matter what, no matter how simple it is, it could be just as simple as log into the YouTube, yeah, watch Warren Buffett video rather than watching Netflix. Okay, cool. Okay, nice. So now, do you see looking at BaZi right now become more enjoyable? Because now you're talking about what? You're talking about your ability to actually come up with certain information and take action. Yeah, this is what I've been telling you all this while from the start. Right, this is how we use it. Okay, all right. So there are much more, of course. Someone just asked from the chart, can I know what kind of investment will be more relatable to me? Yes, there's so many there, right? But I need to give you a concept first. Are you guys okay? Yes, there are much more I can tell from the chart, right? Trading also got so many, right? Are you a scalp trader? Or what kind of trader are you, right? So there's so many of that. So, but too much information sometimes might kill you. You become even more confused. Agree? Right? I know there's so many information, I'm aware of that, but I choose to deliberately releasing information in a more organized way so we can learn it and take action. Otherwise, you reach to a stage where you become information indigestion. You cannot digest. They're too much, right? Then you end up, you just let it go. You don't take action, right? I don't want that. Okay, all right, cool. So now we know about the first part just now is about the power of BaZi. We can do that. So now let's talk about another one. Yeah, another way you can derive method from powerful method from BaZi is what I call anticipation. So awareness not just about who you are. BaZi awareness also your ability to anticipate what likelihood or opportunities might you might actually bump along the way, right? So don't you think it's cool? BaZi also allow you to see a part of the future as well. We just did one just now about your old age, right? We take a peek of your old age and then we come back to the present so you can do something differently. So if you do something differently right now, your future will be changed automatically. Is yin and yang. Okay, now second one, let's look more into about future anticipation, right? So therefore, the second method of powerful breakthrough you can deploy using your BaZi is this. You're able to anticipate. For example, like now, for all of you here just now, you're worried about retirement age and all those things, right? Tell me, do you know when will you retire or not? Do you have an age that you in your mind right now? Some of you 65, some of you 55, some of you already passed. Don't know, right? Some of you also don't know. Yeah, better make sure now. If you don't know, simply write a number. Okay, some will say in 2 years. All right. Okay, cool. So now, once you know your retirement age, then how many years left before you reach to that age? Yeah, I want you to feel it. Right? I know that a lot of people talk about importance of planning, right? But not a lot of people doing it. Yeah, until they're almost retired, then they start to get worried. Yeah, one thing I discovered is very true. When you are still working, right, you're not worried of spending, right? You feel that as long every month there'll be a paycheck coming in, right? You're still fine, you're still all right, right? You're playing cool, you're chill, bro, right? So don't worry. Yeah, but the thing about it is the real moment, yeah, when you feel anxious is the moment your income stops. Even you have saving, maybe you have 5 years of saving, but the moment your income stop, every time you spend money, you will feel differently. You feel a bit worried. Agree? Because yes, you still have your saving, but in your mind now, only out, there are no inflow, they are only outflow. So, but only on that time you start to think about investment is too late. So tell me, when is the best time to do investment? Is when you don't need the money. When you need the money, you don't do it. Yeah, because you cannot afford to lose anymore. Yeah, I advise you, if you need the money, don't do investment. How many of you agree with this? Right? If you need that money for survival, whatever, please don't. I strongly against 100%. Don't do it. You might win one time, but along the way, you're going to lose everything. I've seen it so many times. Okay? So you might need to write this down. The best time to invest your money is when you don't need the money. Because you know that every month there's still a paycheck coming in, right? That's the time you should do it. So now, once you know this, you must do something, right? So in the BaZi chart, the BaZi chart sort of like telling you very likelihood when this moment will happen. You want to know this or not? The moment. Because we talk about anticipation, right? Okay, all right, cool. Take out your BaZi chart right now. Okay, let me show you a chart. Okay, now instead of looking here, now I would like all of you here to focus on this part, because this part telling about timing. All right, this part, we call this luck pillar. Okay, so let me use another one as another sample for you. Okay, so let's use this one, easier. So I'm talking about this part, this one talking about timing. So now I want you to count. From the most right is represent 1, the first pillar, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Remember the moment I told just now, the changes of income or or maybe you stop working, right? You start to worry, is the sixth pillar. Okay, the sixth pillar. So now, first step, yeah, always count is always the sixth pillar. Doesn't matter who you are. Always, this is constant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to know the age, roughly here, 57 for this guy. How about you? Now check your chart, count the sixth pillar, and then look on top, the number represent your age. Very likelihood, those are the years. It's not very far from now. Okay. So if you want to know the technical part, it's very simple, right? Because the sixth pillar, the red always clash with the month pillar. The element always clash with your month. This is called clash. You check your chart, everyone also there's a clash. On the sixth pillar, the sixth pillar will clash with the month. And tell me, what is this represent again? The month here? We just did several exercises just now. What is this represent? Net worth. So there'll be a big change in the net worth on that age. So now, if you are prepared, you already have surplus, do you need to worry about this change or not? Yeah, so the chart doesn't say something is predestined. You know, it just say there'll be big changes happening during that time. And you know it's true. You check almost the year, right? Plus minus 1 year, those are the big change happening, right? Maybe from full employment, you go to contract employment. Or maybe you want to do something more simpler. You want to do a consulting part-time. You check the age. If you already reached that age, you know, roughly around that age, plus minus 1 year. Okay, so, but if you haven't, don't you think you need to prepare for this? Right, you need to prepare, right, for that. Now you see amazing, right, how Pater can do this. Yeah, I use this a lot, right, to guide client because a lot of time I discovered that people only worry about money after they stop working. It's too late, I'm telling you. Yeah, I can tell you from all my experience, I deal with so many people every single day, different walks of life. I see the pain. I see the pain that also sort of remind me, Iverson. I also tell myself I need to prepare. I don't want to end up like those people. It's not a pleasant situation. You have to even witness it because they are good people. They are hardworking. They pay all the taxes, right? So they are kind. Yeah, but how come this thing happened to them? Very simple, right? So it's because they didn't do something while they have the time to do so. And it's not their fault because no one educate them, they must do this. So hopefully throughout this session here, I can share with you the importance. Maybe you already know this, maybe you're good at it, but you can actually share with someone, yeah, that maybe they are not aware of this yet to do something about it. Okay, all right. So now, in order to make a change, normally people don't make a change until they feel painful. Agree? Right? If everything is comfortable, nothing changed in your work, right? People won't think about that. So when people will think about change or become better, when there's what? Changes, adversity, or things not smooth anymore, right? So therefore, every time you see all this conflict or I would say changes, or I would say or disruption to whatever you're doing, that is where the change very likely to happen. Okay, so in Pater actually you can know roughly what are the year you're going to say, hey, I decided this is the year I want to do something about it. How many of you, after you hear me talk about this part, you suddenly realize the importance to start investing? How many of you actually feel the strong urge to at least look something into it, right? That is a pain, right? You realize your feeling? There's a pain. So you cannot say I don't want the pain, because if this pain doesn't exist, you won't take action. Agree? Makes sense. A lot of people say, I just want to be happy, right? If you're happy, you cannot improve. So yes, I want you to feel the pain just now is you want to make the pain work for you, because from the pain, you can convert into what? Courage, right? Then you do something. If this pain doesn't happen today, I can choose another direction today. I can tell all the happy things, but nothing happened. But if I can inject some thoughts for you to think about what might happen in the future, if you don't do it, you might have some pain, then it's worth for your time to think about it. So that part will create courage. So, but from the chart also can say who will have this courage this year. Okay, so how many of you here want to know whether you have this new courage, newfound courage for this year? Maybe something you've been taught all this while, but you didn't really doing it. But finally this year you say, I finally had it. I cannot take this anymore. So from the chart, you can see that as well. Okay, so where do you look for it? So let me show you. Take out your parter chart again. Okay, all right. I want you to look at this area here. Okay, all right. Let me draw it properly. Okay, there are 4 animal signs here. Right, so for like this one is monkey, rat, monkey, horse. There are 4 animal signs. Okay, all right. So now, if you check, each of you have 4 animal signs, but if you don't know the time above, you got 3, you still can read it. So what I want you to do here is I want you to check whether those animal signs that you have belongs to monkey or not. Monkey? How many of you have a monkey in the chart? Nice. Okay. So this year you have this newfound courage. You will do something different. Yeah, this one is 100%. Yeah, you know it. Either your perspective change or certain event that happened that somehow you cannot take it anymore. You say, I must change. Okay, that is the most direct impact. Another one will happen in the month of August. You might need to pay attention. Yeah, because August also a monkey month. All right, better time it properly. So now, beside monkey, there are another 2 again, rat and dragon. So in total, there are 3. You're not off the hook yet. All right, so there are 3: monkey, rat, and dragon. So a lot of people say, okay, there'll be a clash they don't like, right? But if you don't have this, probably you just continue to talk your story and nothing, no action being taken. Do you want that? Have you met someone like they keep telling you they want to start a business, but after 10 years, they don't even doing it yet, right? But you have this, you better make use of this courage. Probably you already have certain event that push you to take action. Okay, so if haven't yet, the month of August, pay attention. All right, there might be some big change that encourage you to do something. Suddenly this year, you have more courage. How many of you here feel it if you have those animal signs that I mentioned just now? Nice. Oh, some of you have all 3. Okay, that one is 100% confirmed. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is the one here. So let's say I call this the courage to act. For this year. Every year will be different. So you might say, right, but if I don't have, then how? Then can you actually make yourself to take action, to make a decision? Yes. But if you have it, it's more easier because the event or your surrounding will help you. Either someone piss you off or you might got retrenched, and because of that, you're so pissed off, you start your own business. So you can buy out the company that retrenched you in the future. Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, if you have it, somehow the environment or event will help you to boost up your courage. If you don't have, doesn't mean you cannot change, which means that you need awareness. Right? Like what I told just now, right? Inject a little bit pain on you so you feel the pain. So you can do something on it. Yeah, so there's also a pledge. Okay, some people say already take action. Very good. Yeah, we like that. Okay, how many of you enjoy the sharing now? There are much more. Yeah, there are so many that haven't shared yet. So do you enjoy today's sharing? Do you learn more new things or not? And more importantly, do you feel more empowered when you read your own parts? That's more important. Or you feel more fearful. If more fearful, then yeah, you learn in the wrong way. But you feel they want to take action, you cannot wait, then is the best one for you, right? So, and of course, yeah, some of you ask, hey, how can I connect with me? All right. So, and before I continue, I have some free stuff. Do you want free stuff? Yeah, free stuff. Okay, so and some of you are probably already know me. You know this. Every month I actually use Chiman, right? Chiman to help people to tap into the money Chiman energy, to get what they want. All right. So I do it for free every month. So I post it on in my Telegram channel. So how many of you here is my Telegram subscriber? It's free one. It's free membership. Okay, nice. Whoa, so many of you here. And remember this month, what kind of energy that available for this month, Chiman energy? Yeah, there you go. This is the one, right? So it's about the elixir of beauty. If you want to be more attractive, you're doing sales, you want more attraction, yeah, you must learn how to tap to this energy. Okay. All right. Wow, so many of you already know this. Great, great. How many of you here haven't joined yet? You want to learn more about this? Type the word me. Yeah, I do this. Okay, all right, nice. Okay, so for those of you here, you know this. So let me give you the link here. So there you go. This is a link. Is inside. You can install. All you need to do just to install Telegram in your phone, and then you just click to this link, and then you're able to access those information. Yeah, and then I go to do this every month. So every month you have different form of energy, right? So for this month, it's about beauty. It's about attraction. Okay, so you can pay attention to my to the chat box as well. There is a link there. You can click on it. You will be able to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, you don't need to do it now. You can do it after the session today. It's always there. Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. So now do you see that today's sharing is in service of something? So for you to do something, then only your life can be improved, Don't you think this is more productive than you're asking, hey, when my life will be better? Do you see how kindergarten level those questions is? Now you're already another level already, right? So now you become someone that can affect change on someone's life. Maybe you're already successful right now because some of you maybe already, you don't even need to worry about that part anymore. So maybe you can use this information to help others as well. Make sense? Okay. All right. So now let's move on to the third method. Are you guys ready? We have go through two methods here. So now the breakthrough method number 3. All right. That's great. So the third method, let me share with you first. All right. The third method here is to transcend. Yeah, this is a powerful word. To transcend. What do I mean transcend? Transcend means that you need to transcend the way of thinking. Yeah, this is very hard. Yeah, because it's quite philosophical. Yeah, but let me explain further here. Yeah, see whether it makes sense to you or not. So all of us here, the reason we don't get to have what we wanted most of the time is we are the one preventing it, right? Because the moment you tell yourself it's too hard, I cannot do it, I'm not cut out for this, right? So someone else are better. So the moment you have this, who are the main enemy here? Is you. So the step number 3, this breakthrough here is about transcend the way of thinking. I think the first one you want to transcend is the way you think about your parts chart. Okay, some of you learned parts chart before. You might have this notion that you read the chart is like all or nothing. Yeah, let me explain. Like if you know that hurting officer is ability to speak, and the moment you discover someone chart don't have this certain officer, you automatically concluded that this person cannot speak well, right? Because it's all or nothing. Either you have or you don't. If you don't have, you cannot speak. How many of you here actually have this kind of mentality when you do a reading of a chart? Or I don't have speaking element, therefore I cannot speak, right? So yeah, that's why I want you to transcend, because it's not the right way of reading the chart. Like if you have this kind of mentality, if you see someone chart don't have wealth element, then what you tell this person? You poor for life, right? How about if you see someone chart that the chart don't have mother element? Mother. What can it, is it mean that this person don't have mother? Then how he come to the earth, right? So we cannot say if you don't have this means that you cannot do something like that. Yeah, this theory is people created. The actual Potter study doesn't say something like this. Okay, right? So if you learn Potter before, hurting officer represents speaking ability to present. If you discover your chart 0 element, yeah, if you get advice from someone, they'll tell you, oh, you don't have hurting officer, then what? you cannot speak. Yeah, there's the same situation I encountered with one of my friends. This is my friend. And then I also, I sometimes I have a conversation with her. Then she told me one thing. She say, Iverson, my chart don't have 13 officer element, right? He say that, therefore I cannot speak. I cannot learn how to speak in public. I cannot do presentation. Then I say, no, it's not, it's not true. Then he say, Iverson, nothing you can say can convince me otherwise, right? I know who I am. I cannot speak. Okay, I say, okay, whatever. All right. So it's fine, right? So, and after that, pandemic hit. And pandemic hit, my friend, this friend here that is so, she always feel that she cannot speak, and then she lost her job because the company closing down. And then she's struggling financially. She want to make money. And she has certain products, and then she want to sell it. So she had no choice. She started her Facebook Live session, and from there, he tried to sell her product. Okay, so now at first she might feel uncomfortable, and then after a few months, she can sell a lot of products online. Okay, she's selling cookies, by the way, right? She know how to bake cookies. So and she can converse really well. And she's so happy. And then one time when we had a dinner, right, she said, Iverson, you know how much sales I did for this, just for the 1 month alone, I can do so much sales. I said, wow. And then I asked her, right, how do you do it? He say, I'm doing Facebook Live. Hey, but by the way, right, before that, you told me you cannot speak. How come now you can speak so well, better than anyone else? You told me you don't have 13 officer, right? You cannot speak. Oh, then she's speechless. Right? Because let me tell you, speaking is a human birthright. Okay. It's your birthright to speak, right? Who are you to deny the gift given to you? Right? Have you known someone that cannot speak? Right? They want to speak, but they cannot. Now you know how to speak. You tell everyone you cannot speak just because you have missing this element. Yeah, what kind of bullshit is this? Guy, make sense or not? Right? So you don't see the chart lack of one element. Is just like you're judging the book by the cover. You don't have this element, you cannot speak. And if you have this mentality, think about if you are the consultant, you are the one giving advice. How many people that you actually mess up just because they get a consultation from you? Right? So therefore, this is about transcending the way of reading the chart. Doesn't have in your chart doesn't mean you can do it. It's not means like that. It just means the style of doing something will be different, right? Because you see, speaking, there are so many styles to speak, right? Some people speak to inspire. Some people speak to educate. Some people speak to sell. Yeah, that's the beauty of the parter chart. You want to know that part. It's not about whether you can speak or not. As long as you have a mouth, you have a throat, you can speak. Okay, guys, are you clear? So this same apply to the rest of the element. If you discover someone chart don't have wealth element, you don't tell them they cannot become wealthy. I just spoke with one of my clients 2 days ago. He's a multi-millionaire, almost become a billionaire right now, and his chart have zero wealth elements. Okay, so now write down this word here. Don't judge the book by the cover. Okay, the parter chart you're seeing right now is just the cover. Yeah, this is what I'm telling you. Yeah, then I say, oh, can I check my chart? Let me tell one thing here. Yeah, this is very important. Do you see your parter chart differently right now? Instead of chasing the appearance or absence of an element, right? Now you want to know the style of parter. Yeah, who are you to tell someone that cannot speak? Everyone can speak well. So, but how parter can tell you different style of speaking. So you learn that part well. So for me, I discovered my chart, the way I speak is to educate. It is to inspire someone. So therefore, I pursue that path. Okay, it's a style. It's not whether you can or can't do it. It's about the style of doing it. Guys, are you guys understand or not? So from now onwards, don't say whether you can or can't do something. All right, cool. So this is what I'm talking about, transcend. Okay, now one more thing. A lot of people, they put a lot of priority in talents, right? My chart, what is my talents, what are my talents, right? So the more you figure out, you're already 60 years old. Okay, can I offer you a better way to do this or not? Do you want to know the better way to do this? Okay, I'm going to show you now. Yeah, forget about your talent for once. For this 1 minute, cannot. Just forget about the need to look for talent. Look at this. I'm going to share with this. Obsession beats talent. I've seen so many people doing this. Those high achiever, they are not the most talented person according to their chart. It's their obsession of winning. It's like a life and death situation for them. That's why they succeed. Yeah, so do you like the word or not? Yeah, this is what I discovered. It's not something I just come into my head. This is what I discovered throughout my journey reading other people's chart. Obsession beats talent every single time. Obsession eat talent for breakfast. Okay, so yeah, and you look at Michael Jordan, right? You know, he's one of the greatest basketball player all time. And do you know he's so obsessive with winning? There's only one thing in his mind. Yeah, it's not about just his talent, right? So a lot of people have the talent as he did, but no one can compete with him because he is what? He's super competitive, right? He have this killer instinct mentality. So think about this. If you have this mentality, do you really care about your talent? No, because very rare people have this. How often you see these people, beside all these people you see from the TV, like all these talent superstar. In our normal life, very hard for us to see someone that have this obsession. So do you want to have this obsession or not, guys? In a good way. Okay, do you want to know whether your chart is easy for you to develop this? You want to know this or not? Okay, if you say yes, if you don't have it, you don't complain, all right? Deal? You're the one say you want to know, right? So there are only two possibilities. Either you have or you don't, right? Don't say, oh, okay, I cannot sleep now. No, right? So since you're asking for it, now take out your parter chart again, right? So take out your parter chart. So let me show you. Look at the hour pillar, because hour pillar also represent someone mind as well, okay? So look at the hour pillar. Do you see any friend or rock wealth element or not? F or RW? In the hour, right? So if it's there, a lot of your success happen because you're obsessed with something. You knew it. Yeah, when you're into something, yeah, nothing else is important. You have this tunnel vision, I must get this. You have this killer instinct. Either RW or friend. Right? You know this. Is it easy to look for this? Okay, someone asked already, if HO, then how? There's no only friend or RW only. Okay, if you don't have this, means you don't have it. Okay, but it doesn't mean you don't have killer instinct. But those have it, they are easier. Those instinct or this drive, this hunger come from internal. If you don't have, what does it mean? It comes from external. You must get it from someone. It could be a coach, right? It could be someone that your mentor. Right now, I'm telling you strategy. All of us here, we have this drive within us. Okay, remember we talk about what? Don't judge the book by what again? The cover. Have it means that internally you can create that at will. If you want it, you can create it. But if you don't have it, it's just harder. It doesn't mean you don't. If you try hard enough, you still get it. Or easier, you get a coach to push you. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is, remember this, if you want to talk about achieving something, you need to obsess with it. A lot of people talking about obsession is bad, right? Only if they're obsessed with a bad habit. But if you're obsessed with winning, you're obsessed with realizing your dream, that one is good. Because now you are focused. You do whatever it takes. You find a way, right? You won't give up. Because you know you're chosen for greatness. That compulsion, if you have it on daily, nothing can stop you. That's how we read from the chart. The hour pillar, friend or rock wealth element. Okay? All right. Okay, cool. Understand so far? Do you still have energy or not? Guys? Today, I don't know why I share a lot of stuff. Normally, which I didn't. Yeah, but today I share a lot. Are you guys enjoy so far? Okay, nice. Okay, now, the next question here is, if I need to obsess with one thing moving forward, right? So what should I obsess with? I would say not obsessed with yourself, all right? You're already perfect. No need to obsess. Okay, you need to obsess with one. If you want to say, if you don't know what to obsess, I would say obsess with period 9. Right? Period 9 is a new energy that coming in, obsessed with studying what kind of opportunities you can tap into it. Right? Because period 9 is a 20 years energy, and you see a lot of changes happening. One of the things is like the post-pandemic, the way we run business is different, right? And you see a lot of things doesn't make sense anymore. But you cannot stop it. So therefore, in period 9, you see, like, you heard about metaverse, right? You heard about Web 3.0. You heard about NFTs, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. So there are so many of it, right? So do you do something about it? Do you do something about it or not? Yeah, period 9 is all about it. I taught period 9 2019. We talk about crypto, right? Yeah, some of the students that take action, that time is cheap, right? And then the moment it spiked, then they make profit. Yeah, so it depends on how soon you take action, right? So you know that nowadays Facebook changed to Meta already. They talk about virtual reality, augmented reality. So all these things here, I want you to actually look into, not only just to know, but to take action. Okay, so do you want to learn more about period 9? I think a lot of you here learn about the obsession, right, with this. So I would say that, yeah, period 9 is the one you want to obsess with, because there are plenty of opportunities. Yeah, because a lot of people are fearful, they don't know what it is. And out of so many people that you learn metaphysics, you should know this earlier than the rest, right? So otherwise, it won't do you any justice of learning this. So how do we do this? So like for me, I do a lot. I invested a lot, basically, on last time when the coins are still very low, right? 2019. So I do that, and I also venture on different things. So, and recently I also try to do this. Yeah, this is for fun only. Do you like this yang fire here? Do you like this yang fire or not? Yeah, because my day master is yang fire. So part of my dream is to convert all the Chinese metaphysics character into superheroes. Okay, so for a yang fire, their superhero is perseverance. Their superpower. Okay, do you like this? Yeah, this is I created this NFT art. Yeah, my intention to do this is not too much to make profit. It's not about that, but it's about to be part and understand the technology moving forward. Yeah, because NFT also. How many of you like this comic here? Is it cute? Okay, I want to know who are pink fire in this group as well. Type the word me. I want to know all the pink fire here. Okay, nice. So many yang fire here. Same clan, right? I'm going to release all the 10-day master anyway, right? So I'll target like every 2 weeks once, right? The next one will be yin wood. Okay, how many of you here are yin wood? Yeah, I think you like that. It's already in production. So, and you know, if you look at NFT, there's also a progression, you know, there are 1.0, and then 2.0 is about utility NFT, and then 3.0 is about play to earn. So there are so many progression there. So don't you think, even you don't intend to make profit, you want to study and learn it first or not? Right? Yeah, so therefore, because I have so much passion in Chinese metaphysics, so I use Chinese metaphysics element as a superhero, like Bazi's superheroes. There are 10 of them, right? So the first one, I'm a bit biased because I'm yang fire, so I produce the yang fire first. Okay, all right. So these are the, I would say, period 9, there are so many things coming, like metaverse and all those things. So now, this leads us to one question. So how many of you here want to know whether you are period 9 compliant or not? Based on your Bazi. Do you want to know this? Okay, all right. So I'm about to show you here is period 9 compliant first screening. First screening, there are so many methods, right? So, but today I'm going to share with you the first easiest way to screen this first. Okay, so, and what do if you are compliant to period 9, means that you're able to recognize opportunities faster, and not only that, you're willing to take action on it before everyone knew it's an opportunities. Don't you think it makes sense? Because when everyone knows it's an opportunities, even your auntie, your aunt, everyone also know, it's no longer an opportunities. It becomes what? It becomes general knowledge. Too bad, right? Yeah, when everyone knows about it, it's no longer opportunities. Make sense? right? It become general knowledge already. So you don't want to wait until opportunities become general knowledge, right? So therefore now I'm just for you to check first, right? Whether you are period 9 compliant. So now take out your BaZi chart. Okay, I'm going to show you here. Okay, so there you go. So, and now there are two areas you look for this. At the top, based on the rectangle, the yellow, the orange color rectangle here, the top one here and the bottom one here. So look whether you have this or not, either yang fire or ting fire, either at the top or the bottom. Do you have it or not? Okay, so some of you have one, some of you have two. All right, cool. Only these two areas. The first one is the top row. Don't look at the second row, look at the third row. So the first and the third row is the area you should look for. Okay, the more you have, the more comply you are in period 9. Okay, so how many of you have 0? You don't have it. Okay, someone say, oh, luckily I have 1. Okay, good. Right, so then you need to pay more attention. You might miss the boat. Right, if you have it, means you recognize the opportunities and you take action on it before everyone do. Yeah, I think that's the best part of compliance. Okay. All right. So these are the part about period 9. So one thing I want you to know on this period 9 coming up, this thing, job security, is no longer exists. Do you guys agree with this? Right? It's no longer exists. Anyone can lose their job anytime. It doesn't matter what title you have master anything, doesn't matter anymore, right? Because the world behave in a different way right now in period 9. So, and you also know that you cannot save your way to wealth, right? Because you cannot outbeat inflation, but yet people are still doing it. So then, what is the way? A lot of people ask, right, what is the solution to this? Then, of course, you must understand the investment for period 9. So my mantra of investing on period 9 is very simple. Is don't invest the money you cannot afford to lose. Right? I work hard, I invest even harder. This is my mantra. Okay, so let me show you again. I work hard, yes. I invest even harder. If you have this philosophy with you, right, isn't it cool? It will change the way you do stuff, right? Because you're building your future. You're building your net worth. You're not building your income, right? You focus on increasing your net worth. So my investment mantra is always the same. If some of you want to invest, make sure don't invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. This is very important. Yeah, you must set aside your money that even you lost it, you still can sleep soundly at night. Then only you start to invest. Make sense? Right? So how many of you here at this stage, you want to learn how to apply Chinese metaphysics into your investment activities? How many of you here want to learn this? More. You want to learn more of this. You like the way. Okay, cool. So if you want this, I will say that, remember the journal I told you about, a lot of breakthrough techniques that I use. So one section of it, I focus a lot into investment. I use it on myself, for my client as well. So I categorize into these 4 areas: BaZi, Shimen, Feng Shui, and I Ching. Because this, I cannot ignore one of these because each of them have their own role to play in the things I want to achieve. So I actually combine this into a breakthrough module, what I call this investment breakthrough in period 9. Okay, yeah, this is a new program based on all my research, my application for investment using Chinese metaphysics. And then this will be an online program. Then this program will be falls on 6 and 7 August 2022. Okay, so this is because if you are thinking, right, it's important, but I don't know where to start. Hopefully, by using Chinese metaphysics, it will help you to actually invest better or getting lucky. So this one would be the first of its kind, and I encourage you to consider this. So, and I know that a lot of you here already enrolled, as I see from the chat box right now. Thank you for that. So for those that haven't enrolled yet, or you want to enroll, type the word yes. right? You're interested, at least you have some interest on this. You see there's an importance. If you cannot see the importance, better don't, right? Okay, all right, I see a lot of yeses here. So then what would be the investment cost here? So would be 997. Okay, all right. So now what we're going to learn here is like this. It's about merging the two universe. You still need to understand the fundamental of investment, but where metaphysics coming in, you're going to add the portion of the luck there. Okay, so the luck portion, don't you think in investment education is important? Yes, right? You still need to understand what you're investing. But what if you have better luck? You can increase the luck. Don't you think it's even more powerful? So that is where the metaphysics part coming in. Yeah, do you see the connection here? No? Okay, so how I want to structure this program here is like this. Inside this program, I'm going to start with parts for investing, so you understand your investor DNA. What type of investment is suitable for you? Right? Which part you can do better than the other? How many of you here like this? Your psychology of investing. Can you sleep soundly at night after you make investment or not? Right? So this is very important, because if you're very stressful in your investing, you're going to lose money. You need to be happily investing, right? You need to think like an investor. Yeah, no one teaching us, right, while we are in our school. So therefore, you need to understand inside out. What kind of investor are you? Okay, and then after that, I'm going to talk about achievement for investing, because it's about the eyes of the future. How many of you here want more intuition about investing? Yes, you have the knowledge. If you already learned investing, you already have certain knowledge about what you're about to invest. But if you have one more part about intuition, won't you be helpful as well? Yes, right? So that's where the achievement coming in. Okay, all right. So now, the third one here, because feng shui, remember, can have luck, right? So I'll say you will use feng shui to increase your luck and your life force, so it can attract to more opportunities comes to you. Okay, and then one more is Yi Jing. Yi Jing is for advisory and alert. Sometimes it might give you some wisdom to think about, if you are too impulsive, that will give you certain advice, hey, slow down, that kind of thing. So don't you think it'd be good to have this? Of course, I can teach just one topic here, but I don't think you get the full perspective of investing if you haven't understand the four of it, because four of these actually serve different purpose on it. Okay, so I can actually do this as an individual module, but I decided to combine everything, so you don't need to waste so much time to learn each of these individually. I want to combine this, and I also want to introduce the period 9 investment landscape inside it, about cryptocurrency, NFTs, metaverse, and digital assets as well. So you get a whole holistic view of traditional investing and also period 9 investing into it. Okay, how many of you here would like this? You see, this is like something you must have. This is unique. This is first time I ever doing this, right? So this is based on my research, my experience, and I'm going to teach this once only, because I don't like to teach a same program twice. So if you're interested, this would be the investment. And this time, since I'm going to do this online, I want to pass back some saving to all of you here to make it affordable. All right, I know we're all going through a tough time right now. So instead of 997, you can enroll for today's session, this program here, for $497 US. And there you go. There's the link. You can actually click on the link and then to get yourself enrolled. Okay. All right. All right. So now, and you might wondering, if I'm a beginner, right? We are able to benefit from it, of course, because remember, I'm not teaching you to become a master. I share with you how to become a better user of Chinese metaphysics, so you can apply on your investment. Make sense? Okay. All right. So now, someone say, can you actually give us more or not? Of course, right? So we have today bonus. So how many of you here just now, you want to become more period 9 compliant? You want to be more period 9 compliant. So if you sign up for this investment program, I'm going to give you one bonus. This is the first time I'm doing this. It's called period 9 compliant installation protocol. So which means that if your chart, you want to improve your period 9 energy, Achievement will be able to help you to do this. Do you want this or not? That is for 20 years, right? So we will select a right day and time. Then you can actually unleash or install the period 9 energy within you, even your barter chart doesn't have it, or maybe it's a weak period 9 element in your chart. How about that? Okay, so you will get this for free. So, and oh yeah, I forgot. How many of you here have one more? We have one more bonus for you here. So that the team just reminded me, but this one we're going to open again for 30 slots only. And another bonus program I'm going to get here. How many of you here actually learned Yijing before? 64 hexagrams. Okay, so if you are, so the second bonus you're going to get is supercharge your parts using Yijing. All right, this will be happening in July. So this is extra bonus to teach you how to see your pattern chart in a different lens by using hexagram. So you can know more about your life lesson, what you can do moving forward. Okay, all right, nice. So this is called supercharge your pattern using Yijing. How many of you like this bonus here? Cool. So now let me just summarize everything. So you're going to get this investment breakthrough period 9 program, new program. I need to teach this once. And then you get this bonus one of period 9 compliant installation protocol and also supercharge your parts using Yijing. In total is 1,591. But if you want to get all these bonus here, so all you need to invest is just 497. Okay, you know this is important. You're going to do it sooner or later. And I would say if you are ready, yeah, this is the time to do it. Let me show you the link here. There you go. Yeah, this is the link. Okay. All right, good. Go and get it now to secure the second bonus. So now I want you to know that 50% of the senior citizens need to work or are dependent on their children for survival. You see, this is a very sad statistic, right? But it's true. So take action now. Yeah, learn something to better yourself so you can have more chances to secure your financial freedom. Okay, there we go. There's a link. I think the team also posts the link there. So, and if you like the way I teach, right? If you like the way I approach Chinese metaphysics, right? Then yeah, come and join us, right? So this is just a very small investment in exchange for certain knowledge that might transform your life, right? So this is the part that I'm passionate about. I constantly doing research and inventing new way of using Chinese metaphysics. So how many of you here enjoy what you learned for today? And you start to see parts more differently. You have more energy to pursue something you want. All right. If the answer is yes, means that yeah, I'm glad that I did my job. Right? Because when I started this just now, I'm worried whether beginner, whether they're able to comprehend or not. But after seeing all your comments here, now I finally feel okay. So I thank you. Yeah, thank you. Wow, so many comments here. Great. So and okay, so what's next? What next here is I can see you in this investment breakthrough program. Yeah, think about it and get the bonus. If you are not ready yet, don't push yourself. It's fine. So I can talk to you again in my Telegram or my Instagram or my next webinar even. All right. So remember, yeah, we only live once, right? Make the best out of our life. So till I see you again, yeah, take care. All the best. I'm Iverson Lee. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.